Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, ya boy, finally after all this time, decided to go get a haircut, so we're kind of hopefully looking somewhat fresh and somewhat clean. I was doing that, but I do have a business trip going down to Dallas in the near future, so I kind of figured in my mind, I'm going to be down in the Texas heat, might as well get a nice little cleanup. Although I'll be honest, if I was still living the degenerate life, I probably would have kept on going with it, because you know what, sometimes you got to mix that up. But at least now we are looking hopefully a little bit nicer and fresher and cleaner, but we also have some new news to go talk about. Some very intriguing things, because as you guys know, God of War was officially announced. We made a video on that earlier on today. It was officially announced, officially all set, and we now have our final release date. But as well, when it comes to the world, there are some folks that were not happy. So I'm going to talk about the folks that were not happy. And it's kind of been raising up a storm, kind of a little bit even more and more as of recently. So we're going to talk about that, and I want to hear your thoughts and comments as we dive into it. As well, have a few little bits and pieces of news to go talk about, so we'll talk about it. As well, if any of you guys are brand new, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. As well, for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway, we have the Amazon signups down below for all the invitations for the Xbox, PS5s, Twitter, and Twitch stream down below. We also have the Target links, so keep on checking those on out, and let's dive into the video. So as I've mentioned, we actually do have the official now date for God of War Ragnarok. Now, this is kind of exciting. We made a video on it. I was super hyped up for it, but it's now officially come out as of November 9th. And you know what? I'm hyped up. I can't wait to play the game. It was looking good. I think everything I had a chance to see was cool. But when it comes to the internet, there's always those folks out there who get upset. So some people get upset for, at this point, I'm sure you guys can agree, almost anything. But this one is actually kind of leading to a little bit more of a bigger issue. And well, I think I kind of somewhat agree with this. So in case you guys are curious on this one, the God of War Ragnarok, they have the pre-orders, they have the new bundles, they have everything else all tied on in. But the one big thing to note is it's somewhat lacking when it comes to an actual physical game. Now, I don't know what I did to do with my screen, by the way, there. Now, that's kind of been somewhat of the more recent trend. I'm sure you guys have heard about it. I'm sure you guys have even heard me talk about it. Think the Xbox Series S, purely digital console. Think when it comes to even PC, a lot of PCs nowadays don't even have a disc drive, just pure downloads. Think the PlayStation 5 Digital, no disc drive. And there's always that kind of back and forth. And right now, I do think this has actually been kind of spoken up a lot. I've been seeing a lot of people on Twitter, a lot of people even on just Reddit, on everywhere, gaming, complaining about this. And I think they kind of have a good, valid solution. And even Kotaku itself has an article with God of War Ragnarok expensive bundles literally come with steelbook cases, but for some odd reason, just no actual game discs. Very interesting. Very strange. So as you guys may or may not have heard, and this is, like I said, we kind of make its rounds around the internet, when it comes to these expensive bundles, you get cool stuff. Like we kind of went through it before. They have a bunch of cool things. Maybe I'll do a quick little showcase on here. They have things like, as you guys can see, they have dice. That's cool. You tie that into the actual, thing itself. They have little statuettes you could rock on out. They get the steel books. They have a lot of cool, little various things. You get downloadable content. You get boxes, you get artwork. I think it's cool. Now, once again, I'm not really the biggest fan, when it comes to the whole collectible thing. I don't really want to spend $300 on it. I'll play the game. I'll enjoy the game. But I don't really want to spend too much on it. But the one biggest issue, though, is the fact that all of these really cool collectibles, you can go and order this. You spend some extra money on it. Pre-orders are in a few weeks. I believe it was July 15th. In case you guys ever want to get these things or get the boxes and all that type of stuff. Which, look at how cool these pins look. They look cool. If you're a super fan and you think you'd like it, there's literally rings. They have different dice sets, like I said. They got the maps. They got, this is cool to me. I think this is generally really cool. But once again, there is a lot of people who like to just be, a normal gamer. And I agree with that. I grew up, and I'm on the middle. I'm 28, about to be. So for me, I see all this stuff, and I'm like, well, where's my game disc? Or, well, I kind of want to keep the game forever. Or, well, how come I can't have this in the first place? Or, well, you can go and give me a literal, dice. You can literally go give me a map. You can literally give me a huge, massive box. But you can't even go and give me a game disc. And I do think that's kind of a big critique. Because right now, even with these collector's editions, I believe you just go get a digital download code. Kind of the same thing as well what we saw with the Horizon, with the brand new Horizon bundles for the restocks, where they just go and have the normal Horizon game code. So at this day and age, they don't even give you the box. Like back in the day, like when I got even for my PS4, I got a Destiny 2 PS4. Basically, it was really cool. Like it had like a cool layout, cool vibe, cool everything. But it also came, and like the actual box itself also came with the actual game disc. So I still have it, and also my old PS4 games, I have them all like in like my collection. And I do think that's been kind of being taken away a decent amount when it comes to this. And I do think a collector's edition, like if you get the steelbook, you get the cool like cloths, you get the everything. I think that is something that you should have. Like, you should be able to go and get, like, the proper physical game disc. Like, you could even see, like, they literally have records. They're literally giving you, like, vinyl records. They literally have an entire chest filled with all this cool stuff. They have, like, maps. They have all the figurines. They have, like, everything. Like, all this stuff. And you can't, like, you would literally, this guy, like, look at the screen. They literally have an entire chest. Like, do you see this? Like, they literally have the huge hammer tied, like, look at this. And you have all of this type of stuff. Like, you can somehow fit in a 16-inch, hammer. And you can't even go and give someone an actual, just like a Blu-ray disc to go be able to play the game. I mean, if anything, just maybe why not do both? Because, I mean, I do know there's a lot of PS5 digitals. And maybe that's why they're trying to step away from it. But at the same time, maybe just do both. Maybe have it tied to your account or something like that. I don't know. I'm not really sure the best way they can work around with that. Or maybe have people give an option. Maybe have one option be the game. Just get the game tied in with the box or with your shipment. Or maybe have it be a digital download code. You can just go and pick and choose. Like, there is a lot more PlayStation 5 disc editions than the digitals. So it kind of like has been rubbing me the wrong way. And I think a lot of folks too. Because we've had a lot of folks out here that go and complain. Now, even places like Kotaku, they're like, hey, like, yeah, we've seen this before. Another first-party PlayStation Studios game from earlier this year, Horizon Forbidden West, was bundled with 2 packages, both priced at or above $200, that featured steelbook cases similarly devoid of actual physical discs. So, like, I think I maybe complained about that too as well. But I think we're seeing a lot more outcry when it comes to this, probably because I think maybe there's like just slightly higher interest, in the God of War Ragnorok series. It's also a sequel, people are invested. I mean, so it is for Horizon, you know what I mean. So Ubisoft also made headlines too in 2020 when it announced the Xbox Collector's Edition of Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Far Cry 6, and Watch Dogs Legion wouldn't also even come with Disc 2 as well in the United Kingdom. So, like, I can maybe understand. Maybe there's like some supply chain issues. Maybe they have some production issues. Maybe they're trying to have issues making stuff. I don't know, whatever it might be. I couldn't tell you. But like, this is kind of getting to the point where I like the option. Like, I don't want this to be slowly phased out. And you guys can let me know down below. Is this like something you guys care about or not? But I saw people tweeting about this. I saw people complaining about this. And it's like, I would say somewhat justifiable. Some people are collectors, or some people got the PlayStation 5 Disc Edition so they can maybe share the game with some friends, or maybe they have a brother, sister, 2 PS5s in the house, son, daughter, dad, whatever it may be. So it is kind of sad because it is taking, I think, away a big aspect of the soul of being a gamer. Like, you want to be able to go and enjoy your games. What if you want to resell it? What if you to GameStop or whatever, like just whatever. Like, people do that all the time. Like, maybe they beat the game, they just don't want to keep it, like they want to trade it for someone else. And it kind of makes sense too, because there is maybe issues, with global, like, supply chain issues stemming from this. But like I said, if you're dropping a few $100s on top of that, even the article drops it, like over here. Are Blu-rays that much harder to produce than tens of thousands of wooden toys, dice sets, and Mjolnir replicas? I mean, I'm in the same boat. Like, if you can somehow work in a 16-inch hammer, like, you should at least be able to go and work in a normal PlayStation disc thing. And also, apparently, Kotaku even tried to reach out, and they didn't go get anything. So you guys can let me know. Mainly because, like, the bundle's cool, sure, but, like, I do kind of miss having proper things, and I think people on Twitter are rightfully so for complaining about it. Now, as well, a little bit of fun kind of stuff over here and kind of sad stuff. We did actually have a new update for Forspoken. We didn't know about the delay, but now we have an official post with this stating, as a result of ongoing discussions with key partners, we have made the strategic decision to move the launch date of Forspoken to January 24th. We covered this, I think, in passing a separate video, but you guys just want to see the official statement over here. This also might be tied into for them trying to work more on Final Fantasy 16 too as well. And funny enough, they are even now assuming that Elden Ring actually might even be doing better than this year's Call of Duty, which is kind of just a huge testament on how many people are still loving and enjoying and playing Elden Ring. And at the end of the day, it's just kind of cool to see like what people are buying. It's almost kind of cool to see really big proper games like Battlefield, Call of Duty, and all that stuff kind of being properly dethroned. So for the topic of this video, leave your thoughts. Like, would you guys want discs? Do you guys care? Do you guys not care? Are you just excited for God of War Ragnarok? You just don't even mind? Let me know in the comment section down below. And as well, if any of you guys are brand new, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. As well, for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway, we have all the usual links, the Amazon links, the Twitter and Twitch streams. We got the Target links for you guys to go check and all that stuff. We'll have a lot more videos all tomorrow.